Dreamscape presents Jacob's Bell, A Christmas Story by John Snyder, narrated by Russell Bentley. To the many Salvation Army bell ringers who weather the elements during the Christmas season each year to ring in the holiday and help facilitate a better way of life for millions of people in need. Chapter 1. A deafening screech, then a loud thud jolted Jacob McCallum upright from his slumber as the freight train pulled into the Chicago yards on a chilly September morning in 1944. The boxcar, which carried him from the west, had a musty stench about it. Jacob's head throbbed. His breath reeked of whiskey and tobacco. An empty whiskey bottle lay next to his right leg, the remnants of a hard night's drinking. He lay his head back down on his knapsack and lit the stub of a cigarette as he watched the sunlight trickle through the cracks into the emptiness of the darkened wooden boxcar. Accustomed to traveling this way, he journeyed across the country looking for odd jobs and handouts to support himself. As the train slowed, Jacob prepared to jump off. It wasn't wise to linger after the train pulled into the yard. Though hopping a freight wasn't a serious crime, they were cracking down. If caught, he could be arrested. Jacob slid the door open and squinted hard as the bright morning sun reflected on his face. Instinctively, his right hand rose to his face, shielding his eyes while they adjusted to the light. The sun revealed the weathered skin of a 63-year-old man who appeared much older, the cumulative result for many years of hard living on the streets. Jacob lived a callous life and carried the scars to prove it. Over the years, his face and head wore more stitches than a fine country quilt from countless fights, falls, and knocks to the skull. The son of Irish immigrants, Jacob grew up on the south side of Chicago, a notoriously tough neighborhood. The skills he learned as a lad with his knuckles proved handy over the years, getting him out of plenty of tight spots and into just as many. He spent most of his time riding the rails and hanging out on the streets with roughnecks and hooligans. His fighting skills were honed in prison, where he fought for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?